Good Morning San Antonio starts
We
right
know
now.
where you are, and we're coming for you.
That's the message from San Antonio Police Chief William McManus after arrests on 4 members of the Venezuela's transnational gang, Tren de Aragua, yesterday. This morning, we hear from neighbors in the same complex where the arrests were made. Former President Donald Trump returning to the site of the assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania at a rally, and Vice President Harris in North Carolina. The latest from the campaign trail in just a bit. Taking a live look outside at Live Cam this morning. We are still waiting for the sun to come up, but we are still bright and up and early here on GMSA. Thanks for starting your day with us. It is Sunday, October 6th.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Awesome to have Devin Karp here on the desk with us.
Yeah.
Devin, you know, you've been at KSAT for several months, or back to KSAT, I should say, for several months.
I'm excited. I was a little nervous, kind of had a hard time going to sleep last night, but I'm ready. I'm here, I'm excited, and I think it's going to be a pretty great show.
Hey, nervous is good because that means you care, and we're happy to have
Exactly.
you here. I'm sorry that you had to leave Colorado for the heat of
You know,
San
I mean, I love everything down here, but the heat leaves a little more to be desired. But are we in luck for anything better this week?
I mean, the mornings will be nice.
Okay,
So
okay, we can take that.
That's
We can
my
take that.
silver lining. Let's go ahead and take a look out there with temperatures right now in San Antonio. It's 73 degrees. Meanwhile, 70 in New Braunfels, 75 in Del Rio, 72 in Pleasanton, 70 in Carrizo Springs. A little bit more comfortable up in the hill country this morning. It's 66 in Kerrville and 63 in Fredericksburg. Let's go ahead and take a look at your Sunday forecast for you. We'll be looking at a small 10% chance for a stray shower in the afternoon, but a lot like yesterday, that may not pan out. That's why there's only a 10% chance this afternoon. 94 for the high. That is challenging a record, and the thing is, we are likely going to be seeing record challenging heat throughout the week. High temperatures in the mid 90s for the week ahead, but it's not all bad news. As I mentioned, the mornings will be pretty pleasant. Details on that and Tropical Storm Milton, which is formed in the Gulf of Mexico, coming up. Devin.
Sarah, thanks. 4 members of the Tren de Aragua, a Venezuelan transnational gang, were arrested yesterday as part of a multi-agency operation after several complaints of human trafficking and drug violations. The operation led to law enforcement clearing nearly 300 vacant apartments, arresting 19 people, and Homeland Security detaining 15 of those people. Now, one man says he lived above those gang members for months, and nothing was done about it until law enforcement came. He says that after everything that's happened, he'd leave if he could.
A lot of Venezuelans that sell drugs and all that, whatever, and they don't care. Like, I just renewed my contract, and if there's a way that I can afford or break it, I would move.
SAPD says there is no current danger to the public. Right now on KSAT.com, we have a full explainer on Tren de Aragua. It includes topics like what Texas is doing to target the gang and breaks down if the gang is a public safety threat to the state. You can read it right now by scanning that QR code on your screen. Police are searching for a suspect in the killing of a 27-year-old man. That man identified by the medical examiner's office as Paul Robles. Now, he was shot and killed early yesterday morning at a Northside apartment complex out on Patricia Drive. That's not far from West Avenue and Blanco Road. Officers say that a group of people got into an argument before the deadly shooting. A suspect then shot Robles and took off. Police are still looking for that suspect and say this is an ongoing investigation. Well, the deadline to register to vote is approaching fast. The Bexar County Elections Office announced they are extending their voter registration hours through tomorrow. Voter registration is going to be open up from noon to 4 today, and they'll be open again on Monday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, keep in mind, that's the last day to register to vote in the state of Texas. Now, here are a few deadlines ahead of the election day. The deadline to register to vote, like we just said, is tomorrow. You can check to see if you're registered on the county's website. We also have steps on how to register on KSAT.com. Now, early voting, that's going to begin on October 21st. And, of course, the big election day is November 5th. And as Election Day nears, both campaigns are focusing on swing states, which are extremely crucial to their race, closer than ever. Former President Donald Trump returned to Butler, Pennsylvania for a rally with supporters, while Vice President Harris visited North Carolina to see some of the Hurricane Helene's devastation firsthand. Here's ABC's Chuck Silverston with the latest on the campaign grounds.
Former President Donald Trump returned to the site of his first assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania on Saturday.
I want to Just to let you know that tonight I return to Butler in the aftermath of tragedy and heartache.
Heightened security felt across the fairgrounds with visible Secret Service snipers poised on top of buildings. Trump thanking them for saving his life.
And in that moment, those agents displayed a devotion to duty that cannot be described, and they did it yet again less than 3 weeks ago.
Meanwhile, Vice President Harris traveled to Charlotte, North Carolina on Saturday to survey the devastation left behind by Hurricane Helene. After a briefing at the Charlotte Air National Guard base, she visited a local donation center.
And we're putting just all hands on deck.
Thank you.
To make sure that you and your family and your neighbors and everyone have everything that they need.
Former President Trump also visited areas hard hit by Helene, appearing with Georgia's Republican Governor Brian Kemp on Friday for the first time since Trump bashed him for standing by Georgia's 2020 election results. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News, New York.
We are learning about a major security breach affecting some of the country's major telecommunications companies. Sources tell CNN a suspected group of Chinese government-linked hackers infiltrated several broadband and internet providers, such as AT&T, Verizon, and Lumen. The government says it's still trying to determine what information the hackers may have obtained. Cybersecurity experts from Microsoft and Google-owned Mediant are helping investigate the hacking activity. More help is on the way after Hurricane Helene wiped out and caused extensive damages to roads and bridges in North Carolina. The Transportation Department announced yesterday it's sending $100 million in emergency funds so workers can start fixing those roads and bridges. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg called the emergency aid an initial round of funding. He said the goal is to get roads repaired and reopened quickly. And there is another Tesla recall, the fifth for its kind for the electric truck this year. The EV maker says rear-view camera images may not appear right away in more than 27,000 Cybertrucks in the U.S. The error could increase the risk of a crash when the vehicle is going in reverse. Now, Tesla addressing the issue with the software update. So far, there have been no reports of collisions or injuries. Time now is 6:07. Taking a look outside, that is 73 degrees here in San Antonio. Like Sarah said, it's going to be a cool morning, but we're keeping a good eye for the rest of your week. Still ahead, a foundation made out of a tragedy after a local woman was shot and her two daughters were stabbed, all as a result of domestic violence. Now, what she's doing in the name of her youngest who didn't survive. There it is. That's the San Antonio we know and love. Look at all those people. We are starting to get headed to the activities for their day, for their weekend. No matter what you have on the books, stick with us on GMSA. We're going to keep you updated on everything you need to know coming up next. All right, I don't know what y'all have in the store for the rest of your Sunday, but I'm trying to go to like a pumpkin patch today with my girlfriend. I think it could be a lot of fun, but what do we have in store for the rest of the morning, maybe the rest of the week?
I'm glad you're going to go get the fall aesthetics in, Devin,
Yeah.
but you're going to be sweating as you're picking up that pumpkin.
So the aesthetics, but none of the weather. So
yeah, exactly. It's going to be
awesome.
Yeah, close to a record. Shy of a record probably by about 1 degree today, but now's the time that you want to get out, get those Sunday outdoor activities done because temperatures are pretty pleasant. You know, it really doesn't feel all that bad out there. It's 73 in San Antonio. Bulverde at 68 this morning. Pretty nice up in Bulverde. 63 in Comfort. It's 70 in Tarpley, 70 in Castroville. Out the door temperature in Floresville of 69 and 72 in Pleasanton. We're going to be looking at a day very similar to yesterday. In fact, not much of a change. So pretty much a copy and paste forecast from yesterday to today. 82 at 10. We'll be looking at 86 at noon. Mostly sunny skies. A few more clouds during the peak heat of the day in the afternoon and early evening. That's why we have a 10% chance for a stray shower. High temperature of 94. Take a look at highs all across south central Texas, well above the average of 86. It'll be 91 in Kerrville, 89 in Rock Springs, 94 in Laredo, 94 in Del Rio, 93 in Beeville, and 92 in Gonzales. Hey, look, I'm showing you high temperatures across the nation. It's not just us that are, it's not really feeling like fall. I mean, it's going to be 94 in Little Rock. It's going to be 109 in Phoenix, Arizona. Even for Phoenix, that is pretty hot. And even in areas like the Midwest that are going to be enjoying high temperatures in the 70s, that is still warmer than the average. The thing I'm showing you here is the temperature departure from average. And you can see that across the nation. Good portion of the nation is going to be 10 to 15 degrees above the average. This time of year, we look look to Canada to see if and when we're going to get our next cold front, but take a look at the temperatures in Canada. They're going to be much warmer than average by some 15 to 20 degrees in the coming days and throughout the upcoming week. The only part of the nation that's going to be cooler than average is parts of the Appalachian Mountains and down toward Florida. So we are in for a warm week. In fact, we'll be close to records. Today, the high is 94. The record set back in 1931 is 95. So 1 degree shy of a record is the forecast today. And then by Tuesday and Wednesday, we will come close to, if not beating, records that date back to 1962 and 2014. So impressive to see this kind of heat for us in October. Even though we do still see warm days in October, it's often difficult for us to see highs in the mid-90s. So let's turn our attention to Tropical Storm Milton, still in the western Gulf of Mexico, currently with wind speeds of 50 miles per hour. But Milton is going to strengthen. In fact, it'll be a hurricane by tomorrow morning, and then it'll be a Category 3 major hurricane by Tuesday afternoon. Now, Milton is likely going to impact Florida with heavy winds, heavy rain, and potential for some flooding there, making landfall anywhere across the western coast of Florida. That is entirely a possibility. Day and time frame is Wednesday. If you have friends and family in Florida, that's when they really need to be weather aware. Now, around the rainfall for Milton, we'll be looking at anywhere from 7 to 10 inches of rain in Florida. Tropical moisture, of course, going to Florida with Milton. And around the west side of that, we'll be looking at dry air in San Antonio. So our weather is going to be dry, and with the drier air moving in place, mornings are actually going to be pretty pleasant. I mean, starting on Thursday mornings in the low 60s. It's just those afternoon highs that are going to be the issue. We're going to be in the mid 90s for this week. And yesterday we were looking at the potential for a cool front on the 14th, 15th of October. That is still a possibility, Devin.
Okay.
It is just outside of the 7-day forecast, and I'll be talking a little bit more about that potential coming up at 6:30.
Well, that's good to hear, Sarah. You know, usually when you hear breaking records, you think that's a good thing, but
maybe in the sports world, but in the weather world, when we're talking about high temperatures, not so much.
Yeah, well, thank you, Sarah. We appreciate it. Time now is 6:15, 73 degrees outside. Hey, speaking of fall, pumpkin spice and those flavors are everywhere right now, and many of us may be curious to know what ingredients are actually going into making those flavors. And no, spoiler alert, it's not just pumpkin. After the break, what's inside those popular flavors coming up next. Fall is in the air, or is that just the smell of pumpkin bread and pumpkin pie? Now, before you reach for that little can of pumpkin, do you know what's actually inside it? Now, our Ivan Herrera takes us on lifting the lid on what you're really getting in that supermarket can.
Just like a jack-o'-lantern, some pumpkins can wear a disguise. There's a secret hiding in this can. You probably expect there to be pumpkin inside, right? But don't be scared. Instead, it's more likely to contain a variety of squash like these.
Even if the can says 100% pumpkin, it's probably a mix of pumpkin and other golden squash, which is actually denser and sweeter. The FDA has allowed it to be called pumpkin since 1938.
But this trick is still a treat. Honestly, you probably can't tell the difference because it's the spices you add, like cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves, that give your baked goods that delicious pumpkin spice flavor.
Whether it's fresh or canned, pumpkin and squash are super healthy. They're rich in antioxidants, and 1 cup you need in a day or more.
And don't feel bad about choosing canned pumpkin over fresh. A cup of canned pumpkin has twice as much fiber as fresh pumpkin and is loaded with iron. But whatever you do, don't confuse canned pumpkin with canned pumpkin pie mix. Pumpkin pie mix can have about 48 grams of added sugars per cup. And pumpkin doesn't just need to be for dessert.
Pumpkin can be a great addition to your morning smoothie. Drop in a few tablespoons with some Greek yogurt, a banana, a little milk, and some cinnamon. It's a healthy and delicious start to your day.
Ivan Herrera, KSAT 12 News.
Well, now I'm going to be hungry for the rest of the show. Time right now, 6:20, 73 degrees outside. Now, the new season of America's Funniest Home Videos is finally here. I grew up watching, love this. After the break, KSAT Live chats with the host who tells us what you can expect from the new season. If you open up your cell phone, you've probably got many hilarious videos of your family just sitting on there. Now, they could potentially make you famous. The new season of America's Funniest Home Videos just premiered. KSAT Live's Fiona Gorostita chatted with the host about what we can expect, and he talked about his ties to Texas, too.
Let's go! This is a job for Scooter Woman.
It's been on the air for 35 years, and it is still as hilarious as ever. And America's Funniest Home Videos is back for a brand new season of real-life funny moments captured on video. Joining us now is host Alfonso Ribeiro. Thank you for taking the time for us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here with you in San Antonio.
So what can we expect from the new season? You know, and of course, achieving such a great milestone, 35 years.
Well, it's incredible to achieve 35 seasons. I mean, obviously, longest running show, primetime show in ABC history. It's incredible that I get to be a part of it. Obviously, you know, Bob Saget and Tom Bergeron before me. Now me, this is my 10th season. So happy that I get to be a part of this, and you know what to expect. Well, you know what, expect some more funny videos. We've got some great videos coming this season. I always like to say that the show is basically, you know, the stars of the show are the videos, and then I'm like the co-star who sprinkle that extra funny on top.
Here are some boneheads who test well for being hilarious.
Great family entertainment, so we're hoping everybody checks it out on Sunday and gets to laugh and enjoy a little time with their family while having fun together.
And there's the pool of instant karma.
Now, we were chatting a little bit earlier, and you mentioned Marble Falls. Can you tell me about your Texas ties?
Yeah, no, we bought a place a few years back up in Marble Falls, near just northwest of Austin, and love being there and hanging out with my Texas folks.
I love that. Okay, do you have any favorite foods when you're here?
You know, we're super healthy. So my wife does a lot of cooking. You know, so there's a Blue Bonnet Cafe. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the healthiest, but it's certainly a restaurant that people love to go to and get those pies.
Oh, absolutely zero judgment. We love all that stuff on this show. That's for sure. Okay, so tell us, what is your favorite type of video? Is it false, surprises, animal videos? What makes you laugh?
Yeah, well, we always like to say the type of video is called an epic fail, where people try to do things and then fail epically. And I've always loved the kid videos. Obviously, I've got, 4 of them, so I see a lot of what those videos bring every day with my own kids.
Let me see. You want to see Lolly? Yeah. You want to see Auntie? Yeah. You want to hang out with Mama?
Real quickly before we go, Dancing with the Stars is just a few weeks in. Any of the couples that stand out we should keep an eye on?
Well, I think on the actual dance floor, Chandler Kinney is absolutely incredible. She is an amazing dancer. Dwight Howard, NBA star, is bringing a lot of fun. Steven Nedorozic has been great. Joey Graziadei, The Bachelor. Danny Amendola from football fame. And I mean, there are just so many. This season is very different than most seasons because there are so many people that are right there at the top. Any one of them can win it, right? Bachelorette, Jen Tran. The names keep going. There's so many great ones. And so for me, I'm loving it because, wow, it's anybody's game.
All right, Alfonso Ribeiro, thank you so much. We are looking forward to seeing all the fun and laughing along. You can see America's Funniest Home Videos Sunday nights right here on KSAT 12 at 6 p.m. For more information, just snap that QR code on your screen. screen or head to salive.com and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Some good stuff. If you plan on staying up late tonight, you can catch America's Funniest Home Videos around 1 a.m. Now, SA Live airs weekdays at 10 a.m. on KSAT 12. You can scan that QR code on your screen right there for more arts, culture, food, and fun. Celebrating San Antonio is what they're all about. We'll be right back. See you at 6. Hey, good morning out there. It is 6:30 on your Sunday, October 6th. I'm in studio here with Sarah, and it's been a pretty good morning so far. I've been enjoying my time at the desk.
Yeah, Sarah Costa looks a little different this morning.
Yeah, right? No, I put on a jacket. Sorry, guys, that's it.
No, Devin, it is so good to have you here on the desk with us. You went to college, obviously, here in San Antonio. Went away to Colorado for a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry about the weather. You're back to Texas now.
I missed everything but the heat, but hey, I can deal with that for all of San Antonio. I think it's an equal trade-off.
And you know what? It is pretty unique for us to be seeing this many days where the high's been above 94 in October.
Yeah.
Usually by now we've enjoyed a morning in the 50s or an afternoon in the 80s. But that is not the case. As we take a look outside right now, it is 73 in San Antonio, 69 in New Braunfels, 75 in Del Rio, 63 in Bernie, and 64 in Kerrville. Noticeably muggy too. Anytime we get a dew point in the 60s, that's when you really feel the humidity. We've got northwest winds at about 5 miles per hour. Now, as you look at temperatures today, I mean, this is going to be a quick warm up. We'll be at 82 by 10, 90 by 2, 94 for the high. That's going to be 1 degree shy of a record. And there's a lot to talk about in the forecast. Afternoons are going to be hot, near record heat for early October. And I'll compare the start of this month to last year and the year before coming up in a bit. But at least we're going to have cooler mornings middle of the week. And there is slight hope for a cool front October 14th and October 15th. That's the time frame we're looking at to see a noticeable front. So I've got details coming up in just a bit. Devin.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, a man is in the hospital after he was shot in his driveway. This happened around 1 in the morning on a home on the south side. That's near South Brazos Street. San Antonio police say the man was in his driveway with 4 other people when someone driving a white van pulled up and fired shots. One of those shots hitting the man in the stomach. He was taken to the hospital where he's expected to be okay. San Antonio police say they're still looking for what the suspect who fired the shots, and this is an ongoing investigation.
I want San Antonio to remember Willow. I want San Antonio to remember why Willow died.
Maria Gardner was shot when her 2 daughters were stabbed, all as a result of domestic violence. The person said to be responsible is her ex and the girl's father. Now Maria is starting a nonprofit in the name of the youngest that was killed, the Willow Grace Foundation. Our John Paul Barajas tells us about the foundation's mission.
One way to get the job done properly is just to do it yourself. And no one knows domestic violence better than survivors.
It's been roughly a year and a half since Mariah Gardner and her 2 young daughters, Rosalie and Willow, were brutally attacked. The youngest, Willow, didn't survive. The person charged with the crime is Gardner's ex-husband and the girl's father.
That is a price she should have never had to pay. But I will do everything in my power to honor that sacrifice. And I will never forget.
In honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, Gardner's announced her new purpose, a nonprofit, the Willow Grace Foundation.
In Texas, we aren't even recognizing most of the aspects of what domestic violence is.
The verbal abuse, the emotional trauma.
The sustained emotional distress, the patterns of manipulation and coercion that have proven to be key indicators.
Gardner says the foundation will focus on broadening domestic violence laws, advocating and providing funds for whatever may be needed, no questions asked, to help a person leave their abuser.
We don't know what a person is going to need in those extremely dangerous moments. Like, they're already trying to just survive. They're trying to fight for their life.
For Gardner, she wants to highlight that safety measures can be taken before a crime is committed.
Like in my case, the first act of physical violence was murder.
She tells us community support will play a major role in growing the Willow Grace Foundation and helping generations to come have the resources they need.
What do you say to Willow right now?
I love her and miss her, and, just remind her that even though her life was so short, her impact will be so great.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
If you or someone you know is in a domestic violence situation and you need help, we have a full list of available resources for you. All you have to do, scan that QR code on your screen right now or head over to KSAT.com. Cancer is now the leading cause of death for Latinos, and it's the reason 1 in 5 Latinos die in the U.S. each year. Mays Cancer Center for UT Health is leading research across the country. They want to help figure out how to bring down those alarming rates. Studies show there's lots of reasons Latino are getting cancer more often. That includes a lack of access to health care, lack of insurance, not going to yearly checkups, and not taking part in clinical trials.
Still that myth that if you talk about cancer, you might be willing it on someone, right? So we try to say, no, it's really important that you understand what are the risk factors.
Dr. Ramirez says we can all help by encouraging our friends and family to visit the doctor and educating each other. KSAT 12 will be hosting a town hall about cancer in the Latino community on Tuesday. It's called Revolutionizing Cancer Care for South Texas, a new era of treatment. Stephania Jimenez will host the discussion starting at 2 p.m. We're going to be live streaming that on all of our digital platforms. You can visit KSAT.com for more information. All right, for any of you speaker heads out there in your morning consumer news, Bose has released its latable portable speaker, the SoundLink Home. It comes with Bluetooth and 9 hours of battery life, not to mention a wireless range of 30 feet. You can also pair it with another unit for a stereo experience. That price tag, though, sitting around $219. The Hindu Festival of Lights, known as Diwali, begins just weeks from now, and Mattel released a new Barbie to mark the occasion. The newest limited edition Barbie doll is dressed by Indian fashion designer Anita Dangri. Her midnight blue outfit is designed to reflect the radiant lights of the festival. It's adorned with dahlias, jasmine, and Indian lotus, all symbols of strength and beauty. Designing the outfit took more than a year, she says. The Barbie Diwali doll will be able to purchase on Mattel's website or Target, Amazon, and Walmart for $40. All right, well, get this. Costco is now selling platinum bars for just over $1,000. The Swiss-made 1-ounce bars retail for $1,090 on the big box chain's website. A Costco membership is required if you want to pick that up. The offering is an expansion of the collection of precious metals the company sells. Costco is trying to copy its recent success it's had with gold bars. Time now sitting at 6:39 and 73 degrees outside. Now, we may be seeing some high temperatures up ahead, but we're going to keep an eye on them for sure. Holiday shopping is near, and some big deals are headed your way. After the break, what you can expect at some of the big retailers. There it is, that live look outside. Still got some people driving out on the highways, getting ready to start their Sunday. No matter what you got on the docket for today, we're going to keep you covered over here on GMSA. Stick with us for the latest. Well, are you ready to start your holiday gift shopping? Now, it's only October, but experts are anticipating some of the lowest prices of the year with Amazon Prime deals. This along with big sale events from other retailers. Here's ABC's Zareen Shaw with what you can expect.
For 48 hours, October 8th and 9th, Amazon's Prime Big Deal Days will give shoppers a chance to save on their holiday gift list. And experts say to expect deep discounts, especially on brands owned by Amazon.
Think Blink security cameras, Fire TV sticks, Kindle. So we'll be seeing discounts as high as 60% in some cases on those devices.
Some sales will last the full 2 days, while new deals will be dropping throughout the event.
Sometimes those deals only last a very limited time. So you need to kind of jump in and get it if you happen to be on your phone or at a computer at that time. And then there are these invite-only deals that you can sign up for. And if you're selected, you can get an extra discount.
To take advantage of the discounts, experts say to get organized now. You can start by adding items to your Amazon cart and clicking Save for Later.
That way I can see everything in one place and also what's on sale come Prime Day.
Before checking out, compare prices with other retailers.
Lots of other big retailers jumping in with their own big sales. We're seeing sales from Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Lowe's, and more.
And look for coupons and cashback offers.
I'm seeing some things like a free gift card if you buy a certain amount. There'll be specially priced bundles. So look for that from Amazon and other retailers as you shop these sales.
Zoreen Shah, ABC News Los Angeles.
Okay, that guy, that's me when I get a good Amazon deal. And here's the thing, I've been waiting to get some stuff for the baby until Prime Days.
Hey, you got to wait it out. It's coming. It's coming.
We'll see what happens, husband, if he's watching now.
Hint, 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 hint.
Well, I know what's happening with the weather, and it is just going to be hot the next several days. Here's a look at the forecast highs the next few days. Our average high this time of year is 86 degrees. We are going to be nearly 10 degrees above that in the week ahead. Today, Tuesday, Wednesday, challenging records for the days. We might end up beating a few records. It's really not that often that we see high temperatures above 94 degrees in October. I'm going to show you a graphic here that I want you to look at. So this is a look at October highs at or above 94. Now these past in 2023, just last year, we had 4 days in October where the high was at or above 94 for the whole month. So far, just for the start of October here, we've had 3 days at or above 94. This says 100 days. It should say 94 days, all right? And then the forecast, though, calls for at least 8 days at or above 94. So it is impressive that we have seen that many days where it has been hot in San Antonio in October. 64 in Kerrville, 68 right now in New Braunfels, so it feels good out there early this morning. 73 in San Antonio, 73 in Eagle Pass, 75 in Cotulla, and 70 in Beeville. As we take a look at your forecast for the day, your KSAT 12-hour forecast, a quick warm-up, very similar to yesterday. By 10, we're going to be at 82. We're going to have northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be noticeably muggy, but not too bad out there. Around noon, it'll be 86, and then for the afternoon high, 94 degrees, 10% chance for a stray shower. But just like yesterday, it didn't really pan out for rain, and that's why there's only a 10% chance today. It's a very, very small possibility. We'll be looking at 91 in Kerrville, 90 in Los Maples, 93 in Castroville, 92 in Seguin, 94 in Uvalde, 94 in Poteet, and 95 in Floresville. All right, the next big thing, the tropics. We got to talk about Tropical Storm Milton. Tropical Storm Milton has winds of 50 miles per hour. It's in the western Gulf, but it is going to strengthen into a hurricane by tomorrow. And then to a major hurricane by Tuesday over the very warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Category 3 is when a hurricane is considered a major hurricane. Now, Milton will then make landfall somewhere along the western coast of Florida, although right now odds favor the Tampa area as a Category 3 hurricane on Wednesday. If you have friends and family in Florida, have them be weather aware, especially by Wednesday, because that's when Milton is expected to impact the state. Then Milton will be out into the Atlantic by Thursday and Friday. Meanwhile, around Milton, we're going to be looking at some drier air moving in. So while tropical moisture heads toward Florida, drier air will be moving into San Antonio. So in an odd roundabout sort of way, Milton is actually going to be giving us pretty pleasant mornings. This is a look at your morning lows. By Thursday morning, we're going to be looking at a morning low of 64, 62 by Friday morning. So for a couple of hours in the morning, it's going to feel pretty nice before we see those really strong warm-ups with temperatures close to records today, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now, I had mentioned that there is a potential for a cool front by the 14th, 15th, and that's what we're watching. So still some indications that we could get some cooler air early next week. It's just outside of our 7-day forecast. So we will keep you posted.
I am looking forward to that. You know, when I'm out in the field, it's always nice. You're doing a story and you just feel a little bit of the breeze. Temperature goes a little bit down.
Well, you have the benefit of working early in the morning when we're going to be enjoying those temperatures in the 60s. So.
You know, it makes that 3 a.m. alarm clock worth it, I'd say.
I think so.
Time now, 6:49, 73 degrees outside. So if you want to stay connected to your kids, but you don't want them having to be buried in a smartphone just yet, we'll tell you why a smartwatch might be a good alternative. Well, many parents and caregivers face a modern-day technological dilemma. They want to stay connected with their kids, but they're not ready to give them a smartphone. One alternative is a smartwatch designed specifically for kids. Patty Santos has the lowdown on the high-tech watches that might be the perfect solution.
A If you're not ready to hand your kid their first feature-filled smartphone just yet, but you want them to stay in touch as they grow more independent, you're not alone.
My kid was going to middle school, and I wanted to have some way for them to get in contact in the event of an emergency. I also like to be reassured that I can track their location and see where they are.
That's why some parents are turning to smartwatches instead of phones.
Kids' smartwatches offer a lot of the same communication benefits as a smartphone, like calling and texting, but with more security and privacy and control.
Most are standalone devices with cellular connections that don't require a smartphone. They offer lots of features beyond calling and texting, including music, games, alarms, step counters, and some even include video chatting.
Most offer GPS, which is one of the features that the parents I talked with cared about most.
Parents can use an app on their phones to track their kids' location, approve a list of contacts, and access other controls.
If you're looking to buy a kid's smartwatch that offers texting and calling, it's likely that you'll need to pay some monthly fee to access those features, probably around $10 a month.
The watchmaker or wireless carrier provides service plans. Keep in mind that some smartwatches are only compatible with certain carriers. For example, the Gizmo Watch 3 requires a new or existing Verizon plan, while the TikTok 5 only works with AT&T or T-Mobile. Parents may want to consider other features: the number of contacts the watch allows, durability, fit, and battery life, as more advanced smartwatches may need to be charged daily. Bottom line,
think about what's most important for your family, and that's going to help you decide which model works best for you.
Certainly seems a lot better than the flip phone I had throughout high school. All right now we're sitting at 6:54, 72 degrees. We are going to be right back here with GMSA for everything you need to know for your Sunday coming up next.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, caught on camera, flames spewing from a Frontier Airlines jet as it lands in Las Vegas. The fireball erupting as the plane touched down in a hard landing, what passengers and the airline are saying this morning. And Southeast Strong, our Gio Benitez field anchoring from outside Asheville, North Carolina, hearing stories of heroism as National Guard troops fly hundreds of missions, bringing life-saving relief to the hurricane-ravaged region. All this as another hurricane now threatens to hit Florida. And Black Friday shopping in October, the retailers offering early sales to kick off the holiday shopping season. That's all coming up right here on GM.
That's wonderful. I think it's really, really nice. Makes it a really special day.
How many people do you know that live to 107? How many people? I mean, it's just not out there. And if they are at 107, they don't know they're at 107.
Lily Riley out of Milwaukee celebrated her 107th birthday surrounded by friends yesterday, and she doesn't have any plans to stop the celebration anytime soon. She's going to be celebrating again today with her family. The gathering was put together by her friend and caretaker. Now, a big happy birthday to Lily. Wonderful to see that. You know, what a heck of a story, too.
Oh, absolutely. You got another 70 years on you, Devin?
I hope so.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
All right. We'll take a look at temperatures right now. We are in the 60s in the hill country. It's 63 in Boerne. I bet it feels great up in Boerne this morning. It's 71, though, in Devine. Nearly 70 degrees in Floresville, 70 in Pleasanton. Today, the high is going to climb to 94 degrees. There's a small 10% chance for a stray shower, so not really banking on the rain. And in fact, it's going to be a record challenging week with highs in the mid-90s. Morning lows will feel very pleasant, though, with low humidity. It's been so much fun having you here on the desk, and we'll see you again at 8, right, Devin?
Thank you, Sarah. We'll be right back here at 8. Stick with us on KSAT. We're going to have everything you need.